What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing side monitor content today to keep your little ADHD brains interested in this video. This is an interesting video. We've got a new blog here on the right. Leagues Fists. We got some fisty boys. This is my gear that you can see there. We got the BBC, the King's Barrage, the big black crossbow, and we're shooting big numbers with it. And I'm just chilling. And there will be another video on like next steps for this build. I got some plans for this build. Right now I'm just working on making my crossbow heal me, because you can do that, which is pretty cool. But that takes pack points. And honestly, as a player who's a master in the combat achievements, almost a grandmaster soon, a lot of these tasks and things, they're hard. So I do feel bad for the more casual players, for the dads, for those of you who are dads or who channel the inner dad when you play. Some of these are hard. So Jagex has actually listened to that feedback. Not the feedback that I've given, but like a lot of people have given. And they're looking into packs. Now, this is the blog. Let's read it while I kill Callisto. This is a live Callisto killage on the left here, so bear with me. That was a bear pun. Get it? Last thing was I'm here with the boys. They're all part of the Gratz clan. GRATZ. Join the clan in game, not the friends chat. The clan. In the Discord, there's a tutorial on how to join the clan. If you want to join the clan, just do mass group content in the Wildy with us. We'll also be doing Nex and Chambers of Zarek and whatever else. Our proposal for Pacts, 20th of April. Is today 20th of April? Today's the 20th of April. That's kind of crazy. So, we've seen plenty of you trying to go out and take on the Combat Mastery system. It's pretty cool. For starters, every pact has been chosen at least once, but with countless potential builds. We've not even scratched the surface. While there's been plenty of fun, we're also very aware of the feedback regarding the Demonic Pact system. We got together and we're proposing some changes that make things a little bit nicer for you. Yes, this is good. We like this. Big fan. So, what are we looking at? There's been a bunch of feedback around resets. So, as you may be aware, you can reset your Demonic Pacts tree 3 times, which means you can have your first build, you can reset, have your second, reset, have your third, reset, have your fourth, and then you're locked into your 4th build. So that's how it currently works. Now, if you make a mistake and you need to reset, well, now you don't get to try 4 builds. And that's not fun. So what they've kind of taken as feedback here is like, we need more pacts. We need more resets, which I personally agree. I see the side of, we don't want to have unlimited because, I mean, as fun as that would be, I think having unlimited just means everyone will be changing their packs every time they go kill a boss. Like whatever boss you're killing, you change it up, and that's what you do. And I'm not super duper keen on that. I think it is like leagues. I didn't used to think this way, but I do think it's important to have choices and the meaning of choices and things like that. So as fun as it would be to have unlimited resets, we already had that in a league with Shattered Relics, and you'd spend half your time playing the game sitting at the bank, fiddling around with your pacts to figure out what do I do. Then they had to add a whole interface for presets and then blah, 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 blah. So I'm fine with them giving us more resets, but not necessarily unlimited. So current system allows for 3 total of 4 builds, and they come from the Echo boss kills. So the first Echo boss that you can kill is the Echo Amoxiliatl. That boss is challenging for a lot of players. It was not challenging for me because you just click away. You click one tile to the right or left or whatever in any direction, and then you click on the boss, and you do that every single tick. So for those of you who don't have an internal metronome of 100 beats per minute like I do, a tick is 100 beats per minute, like that's how it works, then it does make it a little challenging. It's like Wook's walking, it's blowpiping, it's whatever. The other part of it is using like range and stuff on it. Range and mage sucks on Echo Amoxiliatl, and then the drop that you get isn't even that good. My current recommendation, like originally I said everyone should build like a melee blind bag, use the Glacial Tomotles, kill the Echo Amoxiliatl till you get the drop, and then move on to like Moons of Peril and go do your Moons of Peril grind, and then move on to like another grind that's melee based. Now I'm like, just skip it. Just kill the boss once and then move on, unless you're actually doing a melee build or doing Doom, because it counts as a Demon Bane weapon. You just kind of move on. Like, it's not worth it. It's not. I did 60 kills there. It is like 50 kills an hour, and I went from 75 to 90 strength doing that, so that was good. But yeah, it was just it's too difficult, and that's when you get your first reset, which, if you've made a mistake, you're stuck. You're locked in. So Yama has been truly kind. Give us an extra reset at no cost. Free reset. Everybody, you log in, you've already got one extra reset. So that's really nice. Really appreciate that one, Yama. Later this week, we're going to give you another unlockable reset. It'll be everyone's first extra reset that we're adding, where it's defeat Huicoatl one time. So now we're up to 6 builds, which is pretty sweet. So that's good. I highly recommend. Yeah, you're just going to get another free reset. So we're getting 2 resets for free this week if you've killed Huicoatl. Pretty sweet. Neutral packs. So that's enough on the resets. I would love for them to keep adding more. Like, give us up to like 10. What I was thinking for resets, have it so when I kill an Echo boss, there's a chance that it drops a reset for me, like at a rate of 1 in 50 or 1 in 100. There's no reason to keep killing Echo bosses once you've killed all of them. You just stop. And that's like content. Like, I want to be able to repeat that content. So it is good if they did something like that. Like, you know, your drop for the Echo Amoxicliatal dual tech paddles. There's the drop thing that it drops. Drop. I said drop 17 times in the last minute. It is 1 in 60 guaranteed. So if in that time I was killing it, I also got, I got a reset orb, and now I can use that. Like, that would be, in my opinion, pretty sweet. And then if later in the league I want to reset and do a different build, I can go kill an Echo boss for an hour and get myself another reset. I think that would be an amazing way of giving us extra resets. If you just make them rare enough, I think that's fine. Okay, neutral pacts. A lot of these pacts, these little ones, the little nodes, they're just there as an annoying little step to get to the next thing. A lot of them are very, very weak, just the little guys. So increased prayer penetration, though all those packs are going up from 15 to 25. Increase a small accuracy packs, they're going up from 15 to 25 also. The big accuracies will go up from 35 to 50. So bonus DPS, bonus accuracy. A lot of the time, the accuracy doesn't matter late game because you're just so accurate. But early game, this will matter, which is really nice. And then include an additional 10% accuracy to all the 1% damage packs. Our accuracy is going up another like 100%. Late game, what this will affect, my late game build, little teaser, where I will have another video where I actually show off the BBC build and my plans for future builds. I do think I'm going to do a Zarite crossbow full Torva Ellie. Probably not going to get an Ellie. It's still 1 in 1,000-ish. But even at DFS is actually not too rare if you do it on Slayer task on King Black Dragons in the Wilderness. So that would have so much accuracy that I'm going to hit anyways. Even though I'm in full melee gear, I'm going to hit anyways. And then I put on Thorns. And the Thorns, I'm so tanky and I'm so jacked up on defense that I'm just reflecting constant like 20-30 damage to things, which is pretty cool. So that's what I was thinking. And this actually helps it. A lot more accuracy will help my crossbow hit even if I'm in full melee gear. So that's sweet. These buffs will make a significant impact to ensure all builds are getting a meaningful difference when it matters most. With that one big accuracy packs, 3 smaller and 2 damage packs, you get 65% more damage, 145% total compared to the previous 80. So that's pretty sweet. Being able to hit those tanky bosses matters. So this changes everything for the Echo Amoxicliatal, because my plan was to do the melee build and then go use melee on it to get the melee drop and then reset, basically. So you don't need to do that anymore. You can just start straight off into your range build or your mage build, and now you'll be able to hit Echo Amoxicliatal. Now, continuing on with Echo bosses, we actually get to that. The demonic-looking baddies, same vein as the feedback above. Some builds are incredibly weak against certain bosses. Oh, I got Claws of Callisto. That's cool. I can't do anything with that. But the team's going to look at all the Echo bosses across the board and balance some of the most egregious outliers to make sure that all builds have a decent chance against them. That means we're investigating reports of thorns not working correctly against them, checking mage and range packs inside the gauntlet too. Yeah, basically, we are the QA testers. While it is annoying that we are the QA testers, they can't possibly test the million possible demonic pacts at every boss, at every instance, at every gear setup, with everything. There's some weird janky stuff. I give them a pass in leagues for like things that are really weird. I do wish that they could get a focus group of about 100 people together pre-leagues, sign an NDA, and give them max everything and be like, go test things. If you find a bug, we will give you 14 days membership. Membership is free to them. Like, honestly, just be like, hey, find stuff and we will reward you. And then it would just help. I don't know. I would do it for free. Like, I'd be happy to just help make the game better. Like, I just like doing that stuff. So while we're talking about that, Echo Moxliaddle, range defense lowered from 200 to 40. Bro, that is game changing. Magic defense lowered from 100 to 20, also game changing. You'll actually be able to go kill this boss with whatever style you want. So no longer do you need to start off with the reset, or what is it called? The build that I had made in my guide. You can just start with whatever one you want. So, I mean, my guide is right over here, link in the description. You can't really see all of it right now, but we got the task list, we got the relic builds. I had made the relic builds, the early packs order. This is no longer going to be relevant. I'm going to have to update that at some point, but that's where we're at. Point tasks. Another thing the team would like to explore is how players acquire pact points. It can take a handful of points to start truly seeing the power and benefit of demonic pacts. Agreed. The early game, you don't feel much more powerful than the main game, which we don't want. We want to be able to feel like immediately super duper powerful. I think that's fun and important. The current roster of tasks makes it difficult to get a good head start in your build, meaning the power comes much later than most would like. Yeah, like getting my first 20 pact points is taking me a long time. I think there's 40 tasks for 40 points. They should probably do 50 or 60 tasks for 40 points max, and you get to pick which ones you actually want to do. Like, give us more global tasks. Give an option for like you could equip a Dragon Two-Hander in the Wilderness, or you could just kill Callisto 100 times. Like, both of those will give 1 pact point. You could do both, which is 2 pact points, but then that means you don't need to do the crazy end game things like later down the road. I don't know. It changes the whole balance of the game, but I would rather them fix it now when we're like 5 days in than ignore it and then we do 60 days of this league where it just feels bad. I don't know if you're watching my crossbow there, but like, look at this hit. 35, I didn't show it. I'm getting like 9k XP drop there. 35, 35, and then something else. Anyways. The team would like to see if there are better ways of getting points earlier, if there's a few options we go down here, whether it's replacing some tasks with others, adding additional ones, or something in between. If the team looks to change anything here, once we will know. One thing we will not be doing is increasing the total amount of points you're able to get. So you'll have 40 max regardless of how we progress. I'm fine with it. I just said it. I think they could definitely go down the path of let's just give you guys a few more options. Give us 5 more options early in the game, which means I'm not forced to do, I don't know. A good example is like equip a piece of Radiant Oath Plate. I need to do that for my 40th point. That is going to be hard. I know it's going to be easier with all these relic and upgrades and everything, but it's still like, it's going to be hard still. I got to learn the whole piece of content. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Awakened Whisperer is hard. Like, no matter what, no matter how powerful you are, it's just hard. So we'll see how that goes. Closing words. While we've seen other feedback regarding specific builds and their power, we don't want to jump the gun too early and end up chasing our own tail. Instead, we'd rather start making more meaningful, widespread changes to fix those issues first before diving into any specific and consistent problems. The team will continue to monitor demonic pacts very closely, make any necessary changes, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. There you go. That's what they're thinking. Always recommended that once a hotfix has been deployed, open the area relic task interface. That will give you some stuff. Now, there's some cold fixes coming. Hotfoot doesn't give 2x laps on an Apatol agility course. Well, if someone tested that, maybe it would. Barbarian Fishing, Karam Jwan, Blonji, Sacred Eels not working with Endless Harvest. Also feels like something that could have been tested. But that's okay. Evil Eye isn't giving a warning when you don't have insulated boots like a Hydra area. That's actually a huge one. I saw a Reddit post about that. Some guy died at Hydra, tellied back, and then instantly died to the hot ground because he didn't have the boots on. And you lose all of your items. Just make it a gravestone. I'm tired of different death mechanics for different places. Hydra is one of those places where if you die and your gear goes to the ground, it goes into a chest. And if you die a second time, you lose the stuff out of your chest. So, yeah, not a huge fan. There's lots of stuff. Hot fixed, cold fixed, investigated. I don't have the time to read all of that, but there's a lot of things in here like that will be cold fixed. So you can see this somewhere. Actually, there was one that I saw there. Larcenous isn't giving the bonus XP. Okay, we don't really worry about that. Updating the interface information about Tier 4 unlocking 12x and Tier 6 unlocking 16x. So they screwed up and they gave us extra XP, and now they're just going to change the interface to say that we get it sooner. I'm pretty sure they just screwed up. They wanted us to get 12x XP at Tier 5, but we get it at Tier 4. So they must have changed their mind at one point and forgot to update what they had written. But I also do heavily wonder, like, did they change their mind or did they screw it up? Who knows? So anyways, lots of cold fixes and stuff that's coming on here. Lots of green that they've already fixed. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Dad joke. I started working at my friend's bicycle company recently, and they must really they must. So I recently started working at my friend's bicycle factory, and they must really like me because they made me the spokesperson